Hey friends, it's Lori. Welcome back to the Generous Pour, where we're saving smarter, spending intentionally, and pouring into a life we love. Okay, wowza. How did we get to mid-December? I swear we blinked, but here we are. And honestly, everything I saved this year feels so much easier because of cash stuffing. No New Year's money hangover for this girl. We are walking into 2026 organized, cared for, and financially grounded. We have finished most of our Christmas shopping and I feel wonderful about it. I wasn't having these like moments where we were overspending. I knew what I had. I knew sort of the guardrails that, everything that I saved. And so it just felt a little less stressful. And now I have to wrap, which I don't know about you guys, but I don't love wrapping. So anyway, today we are doing two things. We're going to unstuff our wallet from the credit card purchases during December week number 2, because when I swipe, I take that money from my cash envelopes and I move it right back to the bank so that I pay that credit card, because we just recently became consumer debt free and I am not looking to backslide into consumer debt anymore. So, and then we will budget paycheck number 3 for December. We are biweekly paid family. So we budget our paychecks on the paycheck number 1 and paycheck number 3 for 2 weeks. But I keep them in their own lanes because it's just easy for my brain to know that one week I have this and the next week I have another set. So if you're here, pop in the comments, say hi. I love knowing who's stuffing along with me. We are in this together, especially during these wild holiday weeks where it feels crazy and chaotic and stressful, and it could feel lonely. It could feel all the things. Just know that I'm here if you ever want to pop a comment in and know that someone's here for everybody. So let's go ahead and open up the wallet and see what we have. I have my December week number 2 weekly spending tracker, and it was spendy. It was spendy. And just so you know, when you go through when you do your count up in December, you fill those categories, your holiday spending, your the food budget, everything. Those numbers should never just be this massive rise and keep on going. You're budgeting to spend it, and you should feel no shame, no guilt in doing that. So let's get through this. Let's grab my calculator and let's actually just start with Pearl. Pearl is our Siberian Husky, and she gets $30 a week, which is right here. And we can check that off. Groceries. It looks like groceries only has 1. And we spent 1, 2. So we spent, let's go back to groceries because it doesn't look like I have change. Let's go into spending. 42 plus, looks like that's it. Spending is 42. So we have 20, 30, 40, 1, and 42. So we have a 20, 2 10s. So there's spending. I don't know. It feels like I don't spend a lot. And then I kind of check in with myself and I'm like, oh, I guess I did. That's the beauty of writing it all down, because sometimes you're like, oh, I didn't spend that much. Where did my money go? And then you look at your sheet and you're like, there it went. So here's 94, 50, 95. So we got to do this. So this one gets back $1. So out and about, when we were out doing our holiday shopping, we had lunch out and then we had dinner out because we got back too late. And so I hate when I feel like everything out is so expensive. Every time you go even to get coffee, it turns into $10, $12, which is outrageous. Okay, so groceries is going to get $2.14. So 1, 2, and we have 1, 2, 20, and it should get $6 back. So 220 minus 214. Yes, so $6 back. I'm only doing that because last week I think I was like $6 short in one of my categories, or $5, and I couldn't figure out what I did. So the calculator is your friend. The calculator is definitely my friend. Okay, so we have groceries. Okay, so now we're getting into the big stuff. Not that this wasn't big, but we did a lot of spending out of my Christmas category. And so we're going to be pulling out. So Christmas is going to get 100 plus 75 plus 1655. Oh my God. So we need 1833, which I pulled out in prop money. So we have 1830. So 5, 1,000, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, and 30. So I did this just to make things easier for me. And so let's pull this down. And so this money is right there. So we've got that, that, and that. And then I'm going to pull my tracker out and grab a pen. So we pulled out 1830, and that is Christmas giving. We pull a family off of a tree, and that is our Christmas giving envelope, which is now I'm going to pull out from my Christmas giving. I have fully funded, and now what I'm going to put in there is, I think I might have, here it is, that I spent it. So I spent my 75, which is my budgeted amount for my Christmas giving. So that is that. That is spent. Food. So Christmas food, I'm going to pull out my fully funded and put in that I spent 100 out of this. This just helps me keep track of which categories, because it can all just go into a main category, but I like to know in each category what I've spent. So 3170 minus 1830. So we have 1340 left. And that is going to be Christmas Eve, food and drink, travel. We're pretty much done with all Christmas presents. So I can put this off to the side. And that's done. So that is that. Old me would have been so stressed out about spending that much money on all the gifts. We have 3 kids, and they're older, and so their gifts are a little spendier. But I planned, I did it, and I feel good about it. So it feels nice. Okay, and then this is going to be $125 is coming out of home maintenance. And this is a terrible story because we live, an animal got into either our wall or an air conditioning, not an air conditioning duct, a dryer vent or something, but it got into a wall in one of our bathrooms, and it decayed. And we thought something was wrong with one of the pipes, and it ended up being that it was a decaying animal inside the wall. And so we paid $125 for a plumber to come out who basically said, I can take the animal out of your wall, and then you're going to have to drywall your wall back up, or you can let it decay. And so it's still in there, and it still doesn't smell wonderful, but he said it'll go away in a couple weeks, which is crazy. But that's the price of doing business, I guess. But I'm glad he's basically like, I wouldn't pull it out of your wall, because it'll just ruin your drywall. So that was $125. And so now we have 110 left. So 125 is going there. So we had him come out just to tell us there was, you shouldn't do anything. Let the animal die in your wall. And that's what we're doing. So that's gross. I was supposed to host something tomorrow, and I'm not going to because of the smell in that bathroom. Let me pull this back out. So now that is it for my weekly spending tracker. And I am going to, let's see what we should have. So we have 30. So we should have $23.90. So let me put on a little bit more of this stuff. So we have, let's do this. So this money is in a high yield safe. And what I will do is off camera, I will move it over to my checking account, and so that I can pay these credit card bills. So we have 5, 1,000, 1,500, 16, 17, 18, 19, 40, 55. So 1955. So that's right. 1,000, 1,500, 16, 17, 18, 19, 55. So we should have 435 in cash, which this one is concerning. So we have 2, 3, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Oh, this is interesting. How did that work out? Did I pull everything out of all my categories? So we have, maybe I've messed up. So 30, 214. So here, let's do this. 214 plus 30 plus 39 plus 55 plus 42. So 380. 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 40, 55. 1955. All right, let's count this again. 30 plus 214 plus 39 plus 100 plus 75 plus 1655 plus 55 plus 42, 125. 1, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 55. So it says I should have 380 here, which 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So we have 21 left. So I'm just going to put my $21 back into, I will put it in, I'll just put in my spending because I probably owed it something. So that's going to do it. So that will go back into my wallet, and I will clear that out tomorrow when I cash stuff. So that is clear. This money goes back to the bank. I'll put this over here. And this money goes to the bank. And that is going to do it for that. So, whew. Oh my God. December, Lori was Decembering. And honestly, I'm proud of myself because this is the first year I didn't emotionally shop. I shopped intentionally. So even though I couldn't get that right just now, everything was right about it. Everything goes back to the bank. We've got the money. This it's going straight to my paycheck. There's no lingering balances, no mystery charges. It's literally just clarity. So let's set up our cash planning sheet. So we have my cash planning sheet right here, and I'm just going to go straight through my budget. And this month we have $26.90, and groceries this month is going to get, I'm actually going to reduce it a little bit because we're going to be spending from our Christmas food. And so I'm just going to be putting 600 in. So spending is going to get its usual 150. And this is for 2 weeks. Home will get 100. Out and About gets its regular 150. Pearl gets 60. Generosity gets $10 a week. This is micro giving. It's little things, a cup of coffee for a friend, anything little. It's not our big giving. It's not stuff that comes out of our checking account. So, and then my buffer is $25 a week. So we'll put in 50. So we have 600, 150, 100, 150, 60, 20, and 50. So we have 1130. So I'm going to put that right there, 1130. Okay, so we are going to jump into, let me grab I am always going to be starting on this envelope, this binder every month. This is our focus for 2026. And let's make sure this opens up. So this is my focus, is my month ahead. My month ahead, my emergency fund, and my rainy day. So month ahead is going to get, so I've decided that with each paycheck, I'm going to do $50, $250, and it's going to go into each envelope. So we're going to do $250, emergency, is going to get 125. Rainy day is going to get, and rainy day is, it is not emergencies. It's for things that just come up in your day that are not emergencies. So, broken headphones, someone has to come out and fix your whatever it is. It's coming out of my rainy day. It's things that happen. Life keeps on lifing, um, even though it's not an emergency. Home maintenance is going to get 25. Yard and garden, my happy place, is going to get, even though I can't focus on it right now, my lawn is frozen. It's like crazy. Health, I'd like to build this up to 1,000, but it feels like with 5 people going to the doctor, for a $25 copay, it like feels like it's going to be a long road ahead of us. House deposit, I'm going to do 10. Travel and trips is going to get 50. I'm trying to beef this category up. I do play my minis, and that's going to feed into that. But travel and trip, we are taking a big family trip in May, and so I'd like to beef that up. Wellness. That's the thing about my games, is that my games sort of supplement what I budget, and so it's just a nice kind of extra infusion. Hobbies is going to get 5. Giving is going to get 10. And then I haven't started these 2 envelopes yet, but these are going to be in the new year. I'm going to be stuffing these envelopes with the cash that I save from canceling subscriptions, canceling things that were sort of monthly occurrences, and then marketplace sales. I'm going to be decluttering, and I'm going to track how much I save by decluttering things that are just sitting in my basement, sitting in our house. So let's see what this is. So this is 250, 125, 25. So that seems like it's 535. So we have 1130 plus 535. So 1665. Okay, so let's grab one of my favorite binders. This is my absolute, I love this. This is our celebrations and special events binder. And the boys, we have 3 boys. And I like to save up for them throughout the year and then give them money at Thanksgiving. Okay, so birthdays. Birthdays has 100. My son's birthday is coming up, so I'm going to put in 50. Gifts is going to get 5. Celebrate. And if you guys want to know what these categories are, I kind of laid it out in my 2026 plan, and I kind of went over each category because Celebrate is, I've merged our anniversary and stuff like that. So we're going to do, and I like to keep these trackers in here because I like to just kind of look at them and know exactly what I have. Seasonal activities. Except in winter, I'm really not leaning on it because I do have an activities category in my Christmas. So we're in the winter right now, but that rolls over into the next season. So together is going to get 10. Holiday. And these also roll over next and on deck. I had too many holiday binders or envelopes, and so this year is about intentional, just peeling back things and not being kind of crazy on all my categories and overstuffing and different things like that. It was a little overwhelming, and so I want to make sure that I'm being intentional and not just doing it because someone else is doing it. So I'm not going to stuff Thanksgiving since it just passed. So We have 1665 there, so we have 5. So we have 185. So, whoops. So 1850. So we have 840. Okay, so we'll close up this binder. And I like to play with my games. I'm going to be doing 580 with my games. So we have 260, and I'm going to do my 5K, my 10K, and my 5K is, this is my 5K binder, and we have not started this. This is going to be feeding into my travel. So I have travel here, and I will put in 50. And what's nice about this is even though there are some 50s here, once those get, once I stuff them, there are 250, 150, but I have an envelope in the front, and I have this tracker by Lunar Lolly. This is made by Iris Budgets, and I just keep this in here. So if I only can stuff $5 or $10 or whatever, this is sort of a holding envelope, and then I can move it into the bigger envelopes when I save that money up. So it's sort of a low pressure, even though it's a lot, it's low pressure. Okay, and then this is my 10K, my binder. This is also from Iris. No, I'm sorry, I made this one. I watched a video. She was not shipping to the US. She just recently started shipping to the US again. But she had a video where she showed how to make these. And so I did it. And I feel like I did a pretty good job on it. And so this one has $200 in it. And so we are going to put in, and I also did the same thing. So we'll do, this has 100 in this holding. So I'll do another 50. So we're going to do minus 100. And then we are going to do, this is going to be fun. This is my first time doing this. So I failed miserably at the 100 envelope challenge. So I decided to do 50 envelopes. And what it is every envelope, 1, 2, 3, it goes through, and I put this 50 envelope challenge in here from Bethany Budgets so that I can kind of keep track of where I'm at. And I made these double. So there's one side here and one side here. And every single one up to 50 is double-sided. So what I'm going to do, and this is also going to feed into my emergency fund. I'm kind of hitting my emergency fund at all sides right now. So what I've decided to do, instead of putting $1 in and $2 and 19 and so forth, that I'm going to roll the dice every single week and see what, and I'm going to just randomize it. So whatever this dice tells me is what I'm going to stuff. Okay, so that's going to be 4. So we're going to do 50 envelope. And I'm going to roll it twice. So we're going to do every week, or every cash stuffing, I'm going to do 2. 32. So this one gets 4 and 32. Excellent. So I'm going to grab actually a little sticky note because I need to give this one 4. This is going to be my first 4 and my first 32. So I'm going to put this right here. We'll put it right there. And this will get stuffed. And this is how I'm going to be doing my 50 envelopes. So I'm pretty excited about it. I got a 50-sided die. And the other way just wasn't, it felt boring. So let's count this up. So we have 600 plus. So we have 1130, that's right. Okay, so we have 250. I just lost track, sorry. So that's 545. Okay. And then we've got 15 plus 30. So 185, that's right. Okay. Then we've got 580, 50. So that's 716. Okay, so we have 1130 and 716. So that is 2576. So we have 114. So I'm going to actually up my groceries back up to 700. So we have 14 left. So I will put I will put 14 more dollars into my buffer. So we'll do 50.64. So minus 14. So that is it. So I will, going into the Christmas, I'll just up my buffer, and I'll also up, I reduced this by 100, but I'm going to just keep it in there. So, and we'll figure it out. I'll probably have a lot left over, you know, when I don't spend that all, but it'll just roll over into savings. I'm budgeting the full amount because teenage boys cooking for 12, you know, the girls that I cook for during the week is a lot. And so we'll just do that. So anyway, that's it. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for showing up. You're doing better than you think. It's the middle of December. You're here, you're budgeting, you're taking care of future you, and that counts and that matters. And you're not alone. This whole community is in the season with you. I have noticed a lot on some of the YouTube channels that people are taking a break, and that's okay. But hopefully they're cash stuffing, you know, on the side. It's just they might be taking a break from filming the videos because some people have little kids and some people have just the stress of the holidays is a lot. So if you have to step out, do that. Your mental health means more. So that's December paycheck number 3, unstuffed, budgeted, and ready to go. If this helped you or kept you company while you stuffed along, I'd love to have you pop into the comments and say hello. Let me know what your money goal is for the rest of the year. And if you're new here, welcome, truly. I'm so appreciative and so grateful for this community. It's been an amazing spot. What started as a channel to sort of hold me accountable has turned into sort of this place that gives back to me in a way that I didn't even imagine. So until next time, keep saving smarter, spending intentionally, and pouring into the life you love.